Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about Samurai 8, finally, again, chapter 24, and it's kind of the conclusion of the tournament. It was kind of a mini tournament arc, because it wasn't really like a full-length arc, per se. I mean, we're still in the thick of it, but it wasn't like they did every battle and it was everything. So, I don't know what to call it. Either way, they're done with the tournament. Now, things are just kind of moving along. But there's some interesting and cool stuff in this chapter that I really liked and I want to talk about. So first of all the extra, like, blah, blah, blah samurai are all gone. Hachimaru, Daruma, and Ryu got rid of all the fat, and it was just them at the end of this whole thing. We basically saw that in the last chapter, though. So, the question is, who is going to fight who in this? And we start with Hachimaru and Ryu just kind of picking it up. They're clearly not in really much of a rush because it's just like they're all friends, so they don't care. So Hachimaru and Ryu are going at it. They're gonna kind of get to the end so that Daruma will fight whoever's next. However, it does seem that Hachimaru has learned a little bit since everything has been going on. So he asks An and Hayato to kind of get his back and just kind of, he knows he's not quite as strong as Ryu by himself. So this is kind of some insurance to help him get a little bit of an edge if he could. Because clearly between the two of them, Ryu is both not only just stronger in general, because he's got his double samurai soul, but also he also just has more experience in general, so clearly he's got a bit of an edge on Hachimaru without a bunch of stuff going on with it. It's funny, though, because while they're kind of like getting themselves prepped and whatever, the other samurai that were defeated are like, hey, this seems pretty cool. And they're just like heads, and they're just like, I'll stick around and watch this. This seems pretty cool. We won't interfere or anything. We just want to see how this shakes out and who the winner is of this. So that's kind of funny that, like, yeah, you got Kotsuga being like, it's kind of weird to see all these guys chopped up to pieces and commenting and whatnot. So that was kind of funny. Side note, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I really like Hachimaru's goggles. Like, he used to have, like, little glasses things that pop down for him to see, but I like his goggles now that they come around his head. It's really, really cool. I think they technically help hold his head together because he got all messed up with getting his key out and everything, but I really, really like them. I think they really pull his whole outfit together. Goggles are always cool. Before they start fighting, they kind of have some chit-chat, and Ryu's like, I know all your secrets. I might not have a very good memory in general, but battles are a whole other thing. I know everything that you've been doing. We battled each other a ton before. I won every single one. Well, not every single one. Well, technically every single one, because he still defeated Hachimaru because he cut his head off. Either way, so he thinks he's got all of his tricks up, all the tricks that Hachimaru's got up his sleeve. He knows about that. But Hachimaru's like, well, sometimes we just have some secrets going on, so, In any event, the fight is actually very, very quick. They're both just, like, them going at each other, and in general, I could tell that, like, in the anime, if there ever is an anime of this, it will probably be drawn out, but, like, very purposefully so that they could fit it into a half hour, because it's a very quick fight. They basically just kind of get at each other and start slashing and whatnot, dodging, and it's really cool. I like the choreographing that's going on in this. And it's clear right from the get-go that An's prayers are really helping Hachimaru because he's much faster than he was before, and kind of dodging and doing some stuff that maybe on his own he would not be able to do quite as well. And that definitely helps him get a little bit better against Ryu because otherwise he might not do as well. Hayato is also helping out because he helps guard Hachimaru from getting hit, or at least getting a serious hit. He jumps like over Hachimaru and blocks an attack from Ryu, and it's really cool to see Hachimaru kind of doing some really good fighting with the Trinity himself, his holder, and his princess. And as the fight is going on, Hachimaru starts thinking about everything. He's thinking he's grown a lot, and he's really kind of starting to see where he's come from and where he is currently. And he starts thinking about a time when he was playing a video game, and he got a really, really mean letter after he won. It would look like a fighting game, like a samurai, like a samurai showdown kind of game. So he won, and then he got a letter from the opponent, and he was like, oh, maybe it's just like a good game, or you want to add me to my friends list or something like that. And it ended up being this awful letter about how he was just like a loser and some blah 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 blah. It was clearly a person that cannot take a loss very well. And side note, the internet's really, really terrible. This actually made me very angry because the internet is just so terrible, and this is clearly Kishimoto, like, it's a comment on the current society that we have going on, and with, like, online bullying and people just being awful. Please be kind to one another. It doesn't matter who they are. Just don't be a jerk. It doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, always golden rule, treat others how you would like to be treated yourself. So, that's all I'll say. No more preaching. In any event, the Backflash is basically him just, like, reminiscing about how, like, back then he was weak. He barely had any real support other than his, like, kind of lame-ass cane and his daydreaming. And the only person that he really could rely on was his dad. But now, and he was worried that, like, once his dad went away or passed away or whatever, who would he rely on? But now, he's got all these people. He's got An, he's got Daruma, he's got Kotsuga and Ryu. Hopefully they stick around. But he's got all these people around him that, like, he can have lend a hand, and he doesn't have to worry about not having any support because he's got people to back him up when he needs it. And that leads into his secret. It turns out that his secret, so after all this fighting, he ends up losing an arm, losing the arm with his samurai sword still in his hand. He tries to pull out his, like, physical samurai sword, but that gets dug into the ground, and so you think, hey, he's gonna end up getting hit. He's gonna end up getting taken out by Ryu's double-bladed sword. Hachimaru's got a secret plan. Turns out he's still got that retractable cane that he had installed prior to becoming a samurai, and he can use it as a weapon, which is really, really interesting and really, really cool. It's technically not a blade, but he was able to slash at Ryu's stomach, and just barely, really, because honestly, they could have both taken each other out because Ryu's sword just barely missed Hachimaru's neck. So that obviously it wouldn't have killed him, but, like, he would have lost too, and it would have just been Daruma then. But nope, the extra length from the retractable cane gets Hachimaru the win, which is awesome. I'm glad, like, I really like that when he's winning like this, it's because he's thinking about, like, all of his growth. And it shows that he's actually growing rather than just being, oh, he's the protagonist, of course he's gonna win. He might not. He might not win. Like, that's, like, yes, he has had some pretty decent luck as far as fighting, whether it just be enemies or whatever, but, like, clearly he's still got a lot of room to grow, so it's really cool to see him, like, kind of occasionally whipping out the experience that he does have. In the end, it's just him and Daruma drops out. I imagine, one, Daruma doesn't want to fight Hachimaru in any significant way, and two, he's just proud of his pupil for, like, kind of growing and getting more experience and putting that to use. So the tournament's over, Hachimaru is the winner overall, and now all that's left is for the, like, big guy that was running the tournament to come down and fight him himself. And he's got a big old bull holder or something like that. So I'm of two minds here. So one, he's either going to be really important, and he's going to be, like, a big bad guy, or two, he's going to get taken out in the next chapter by that couple, the samurai and princess that were like, oh, that's not who we're looking for, blah, 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 blah. So I think they're probably going to be bad guys, and maybe at some point in the next chapter or two, during Hachimaru's fight with the bull guy, they'll come in, take out the bull guy, and be like, hey, we baddies now, we're not friends anymore. So I think that's maybe how it's going to go, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the whole chapter in a nutshell. I really, really enjoyed it. I've really been enjoying the last, like, number of chapters ever since they got off planet. Like I said in my catch-up video, ever since they really got off the original planet that they were on, things have been popping off. Like, the Atta fight was cool, but, like, ever since they really got into space, things have been great. I'm really, really enjoying this series. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this chapter. Let me know what you guys thought down below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see more from me, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell. That way you'll get all the videos. So there will be another chapter out on the 1st. So I'm thinking that I'll probably get that one and maybe the second One Piece chapter that's coming out on the same day, out on the same day. Yeah. So maybe like Saturday or something like that. We'll see. Over the weekend. But yeah. That's it for me. I will see you guys in another video. So long.